Hello, I'm Humble Harry.
No intention of going there. I'll be there in 1 minute. Hold on. Hey, dude. So my neighbor. No, the other neighbor. Oh, hey!
Well, I left Kentucky back in 49, went to Detroit working on assembly line. First year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry, because I always wanted me one that was long and candy blue. One day I devised myself a plan that should be the end of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in a lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car with at least 100 grand. Sing along! I get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive all the ladies wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. So the very next day when I punched in with my big lunchbox and the help from my friend, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gear. Now I never considered myself a thief, but Jim would have missed just one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. First day I got me a fuel pump, next day I got me an engine in the trunk, then I got me a transmission and all the chrome. The little things I could get in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all four shocks, the big stuff we snuck out my buddy's mobile home. Up to now my plan went all right till we tried to put it all together one night, and that's when we noticed that something was definitely wrong. The transmission was a 53 and the motor turned out to be a 73. Tried to put the bolts in, all the holes were gone. So we drilled it out so that it would fit. With a little bit of help from an adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a saw. Now the headlights, there was another sight. We had two on the left, one on the right. Pulled out the switch, all three of them mothers come on. The back end looked kind of funny too, but when we put it together and when we got through, well, that's when we noticed that we only had one tail fin. About that time, my ex-wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that bitch had her doubts. But she opened the door and said, "Humble, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags. As I headed a ride on down that main drag, I could hear people laughing for blocks around. But up there at the courthouse, they didn't laugh, 'cause to type it up took the whole staff. When they got through, that title weighed 60 pounds. Sing along! I get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, gonna drive all the ladies wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. Oh yeah, Red Rider, this is the Cottonmouth in the Psycho Billy Chevy truck, come on. This is the Cottonmouth and negatory on the cost of this machine there, Red Rider. You might say I went right with the factory and picked it up, it's cheaper that way. Now what are you saying? Well, what's that? Well, what model is it? Well, it's a 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. It's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 automobile. And it's got 64 Impala taillights inverted on those back fenders. Thank you. Oh, bless your hearts. Bless your hearts.
Down there. Boo-boo, what do you want to do, Boo?